high schooler in Tennessee tried to put up a poster to support Transgender Awareness Month last November and was told the poster was illegal and needed to be taken down. So you're probably wondering, oh my God, what was on this poster? What terminology, what imagery was so unacceptable that the school had to leap into action? Well, here it is. It's got some clouds with eyes and a rainbow. And it says transgender, often shortened to trans, is an umbrella term that describes an individual whose gender identity differs from their assigned gender at birth. It is purely informational. Doesn't seem controversial to me, doesn't seem aggressive, doesn't seem like an issue. But it turned out that it was from the point of view of the leadership of the school. This was the Gender Sexuality Alliance Club at Northeast High School in Clarksville, Tennessee, who attempted to put this sign up. Thank you to everybody participating in that group, even being a part of that group. God only knows how much pressure you face on a daily basis from people who are trying to shut down any open discussion. The high school did bar the poster, with the principal describing it as too political. 17-year-old student and member of the group says he saw the flyers and he immediately said they weren't allowed because transgender people were political. And it's hard to come to any other conclusion than just literally a definition of what this word means being too political. Mara, what do you think?
I mean, sadly, trans lives are political, right? Most trans people want to do like everyone else, which is to figure out how to live their best life in a way that maximizes their happiness. That's what most people are concerned about. But now for us, the very existence and our ability to exist it's been politicized. And so, I mean, that sadly is a fact. And it's been politicized by one particular political party. And I think that the amount of time that we've spent on this today just underscores how this is a pillar of the Republican Party, right? This isn't a marginal issue for them. Like going into 2024, this is going to be one of the four major things that they run on. This is going to be at the center of the election. And so I think that that's what this shows me, because I think about how much ink Tennessee legislators have spilled on trans issues over the past 2 years, and it's inordinate. And the other thing is, it's a rainbow with two cloudy eyes. There is nothing ever dangerous ever about anything presented in that way. It's impossible. It's literally impossible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think of myself as a creative person, but it is difficult to come up with a way that I would feel like that thing was like aggressive, coming at me in some fashion.
Exactly.
Let me ask you a question. So obviously, political calculations, when you're talking about attacks against the community, are not what's important. That granted, they are, as you say, they're gonna run on this. They're gonna try to.
Yeah.
To me, it seems like I would put this in the class of things that they talk about that are very good at getting the most extreme Republican to win a Republican primary. In some red states, it can win because a Republican is always going to win, and then they'll pass crazy legislation. To me, it doesn't feel like this is a great way to win national elections. What does your gut say?
I don't think, I mean, looking at it from their perspective, I think they would say, we don't know, so we're gonna try. I think that when they look at this, they see that two of the candidates that they believe are the future of their party, so Governor Abbott and Ron DeSantis, have both won thumping majorities with this as a major issue for them. Now, Abbott State is, is not Florida, but I think that when they look at that, they go, maybe one of the issues in the last election was that, not that we talked about trans issues too much, but maybe we talked about them too little. Because when we look at the two people who talked about it a lot and who made it a centerpiece of their terms in office, then they won large majorities. And I think that for the other thing for these people and Christian nationalists in general is that they know that their positions are unpopular, right? They know that the world that they want us to live in is not the one that most of us want to live in. And so what they do is that in order to gain political power, they have to really motivate their base and the people that support them, which this issue does. Like it's a major issue for anyone who's inclined to vote for the Republican Party. And then because American elections are so close, what they believe is that we have to have a few issues where we just shave enough votes off to win elections. And I think that the goal of this issue is to shave just enough independent voters off, just enough liberals who are squishy or not comfortable with the idea of trans issues, which is why what's going on in the New York Times is so important, just enough of those people to eke out an election. And we all have seen that elections in states for federal offices and even for the presidency are being won by hundreds and a few thousand votes. And so I think that they're gonna try that. They're gonna see if this does that.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
By the way, Smiling Dragon, I see your comment. So I do want to just pause for a second. Imara, behind you on that piece of furniture, there's a rainbow and a cloud, and I'm just feeling very like targeted by it. And I'm worried that it's gonna suddenly come at me. So if you could just get rid of that, please. I mean, I know it doesn't have eyes, maybe they're closed, but I'm scared all the same.
Anyway. Yeah, why don't we give it a name so that you can write a law against it? Let's call it rainbow cloudism.
Okay, because you can attack that. That's fun, that's fair.
We're against rainbow cloudism, so please feel free to write badly worded legislation.
Poorly defined, vague legislation.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.